back, folks, to Sports Corner. I am your host, Daunte. I got my co-host,
TJ, man. What it do, y'all?
And it's a lot of sports we got to talk about. But we got to talk about these night games. Because if you know, NFL just started, and man, it's some things going on. TJ, divisional round, Dallas Cowboys, Philadelphia Eagles. Talk to me, my guy.
Hey, man, you already know. First week's Thursday night football. First week of football is great to be back, man. The boys out there fighting, scrapping, and, doing what they got to do to get that dub. But we all knew what the outcome was going to be. But the Dallas Cowboys put up a great fight against the Philadelphia Eagles. My apologies. Jalen Hurts had a great game with 19 for 23, 152 yards passing, 14 carries with 62 yards and 2 touchdowns on the ground, doing his thing, with Saquon doing his thing as well on the ground, Daunte. I mean, the Eagles defended themselves first week.
Hey, Super Bowl champs, first game of the season. I like it.
For sure.
And let's go to Friday night. Friday night, you had the Los Angeles Chargers show who's the real AFC champs versus the Kansas City Chiefs. My God, that was the game, I know.
Love the game, Daunte, man, because we all know Justin Herbert is just a high-caliber quarterback in the league, but he's been battling injuries, unstable team play. A lot of things just getting in their way. But today, ain't nothing getting their way. Week 1, they beat the Kansas City Chiefs 27-21, man. Game ball goes to Justin Herbert, 25 for 34, 318 yards passing with 3 touchdowns. I'll take it. That's a great line for your
quarterback right here. 3 touchdowns, first game out.
Throwing for 300 plus. Week 1, he came the ball. The Chargers look locked in already, Daunte. I like what I'm seeing from them.
And then talk about Sunday night. I mean, that was a game. I mean, the Baltimore Ravens versus the Buffalo Bills, an AFC divisional rematch. I mean, I just know it came down to the wire. And talk to me, my guy. Talk to me.
Came down to the wire of an absolute shootout, Daunte. Shootout with a 41-40 score. Daunte, that's 81 points.
Right.
That's an 81 total point game. And man, oh man, did the stars shine bright for our QBs that night, man. But let's give it to the guy that took it home, Daunte. Josh Allen.
Yeah.
333 for 46 with 394 passing yards, 2 TDs in the air with 14 carries, 30 yards, and 2 TDs on the ground. Josh Allen doing it all, man. Week 1, giving you 2 in the air, 2 on the ground, showing why he won MVP last year.
Hey, and that might be the next MVP for this season upcoming. You never know.
He's picking up where he left right back off last season.
Of course. And if you're an avid NFL fan, on Monday nights, you come home from work, 9 to 5, 8 to 5, however you might do, you get something to eat. But then you get to relax, sit down, chill out, decompress.
Exactly.
And tune in to Monday Night Football, where you had the Chicago Bears versus the Minnesota Vikings. Hey, you man, talk to me about the game.
Well, you know what it goes on Monday night. Man, we had the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears come in and give us an absolute banger, man. We had rookie year QB J.J. McCarthy having his first year leading the team.
Yes.
Doing his thing, coming out playing good. Caleb Williams,
yeah.
I like what I saw. A lot of work to do as well, Daunte, but they're a young team figuring it out. I love what I saw last night. Vikings win 27-24. J.J. McCarthy takes on the game ball with 13 for 20 passing, 143 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, 2 carries, 25 yards, and 1 touchdown on the ground to seal it in that comeback victory because they was down the entire game, Daunte.
Wow.
Down the entire game. J.J. McCarthy, his first game, comeback kid, man. I love what I've seen from him, battling it out. And J.J. has always had his back.
Always had his back. And that's what you like to see out of a rookie veteran combination, too.
For sure.
Somebody like that. But, man, we just talked about all the night games. You had Thursday night, Friday night, Sunday night, and Monday night. But you know what I forgot?
What you got, Daunte?
That Sunday slate.
Oh.
That Sunday slate.
Oh, Daunte, don't get me started with that Sunday
slate. That
slate.
Sunday slate, I mean, week 1 was exciting. It was a source of rejuvenation for all the NFL fans because it's finally returned. And it's the start of something special, if you ask me.
Hey, man, we already know, Daunte. We had 8 division games in week 1, man. 8 division games, and these boys came out to play. Where you want to start at?
Man, what do you think? Cause you gonna be the expert. You the analyst right now. So tell me where we need to go.
Well, let's start out in the distant South Bay of Miami, where Miami fell real short to the Indianapolis Colts, 33-8. Daniel Jones reviving his career in the Indianapolis Colts uniform with 270 yards passing, 1 touchdown, 30 yards carried, and 2 TDs on the ground, man. Doing his thing, being efficient, 22 for 29 on the passing attempts. I mean, he ended up making a comeback after that Giants catastrophe he had down there.
And I mean, listen, To start the season 1-0 for Daniel Jones is impressive too.
And it's starting out 33-8 against the big play Miami Dolphins. They're known for dropping 30-yard teams, but this time they got 30 drop on them. But now let's not forget, Daunte, it also turned into another shootout on another 1 o'clock game where we had the revenge of Aaron Rodgers against the Pittsburgh Steelers. I mean, against the Jets. My apologies. New York Jets. Aaron Rodgers played a great game, throwing for 22 for 30, 244 yards. Not one, Daunte. Not two, not three, but 4 touchdowns in the revenge game for Aaron Rodgers.
Still got it.
He still got it. Comeback victory. Pittsburgh won 34-32, man. Aaron Rodgers showing what he still got a little shake in that tank, man. Moving on next, we have the Jacksonville Jaguars going against the Carolina Panthers. I mean, what a game by Jacksonville. Winning 26-10 against Carolina. Travis Etienne, 143 yards on the ground. 8.9 a carry. That's not a carry, Daunte. That's a first down every play. What a beautiful game. And then let's not forget about Cam Little, the kicker, going 4 for 4 for field goals, 2 for 2 for extra point, and sealing it with a 47 long field goal, Daunte. What a beautiful game. I've seen that.
And I was at that game too, folks. And when I say that atmosphere was live for Duval, I mean, great game.
For sure, man. It was a great game. Arizona Cardinals versus the New Orleans Saints, man. Arizona comes out 26-13. Kyler Murray with a great first game. 21 for 29 passing, 163 yards. 2 touchdowns, my apologies. 7 carries and 38 yards. I mean, that Arizona offense came back again from last season, picking it up where they left off with Marvin Harrison getting some receiving yards this year.
Man, that's excellent. I like to see Alvin Kamara doing that after back in the league. That's awesome.
For sure. Alvin Kamara, we already know, is an all-time Pro Bowler, elite player every year, so looking to see him do great things again this season. But let's not forget about this another division game we had against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Atlanta Falcons. Tampa Bay taking home the win, 23-20 against Atlanta, and Baker Mayfield wasn't the greatest game he had, but he got the job done. Throwing for 3 touchdown passes with 167 total yards and 5 carries of 39 yards. And let's not forget about the rookie Nika Egbuka with 4 catches, 67 yards, and 2 touchdowns. The Ohio State product called his own number for the game-winning play. Didn't he do that in the championship too, Daunte?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
I think this kid's just in the film, man. He's doing what he has to do to win football games.
That's why he got confidence. No matter where you are, let's say you from college to NFL, you got confidence to go carry you through.
For sure, and it showed leadership, Daunte. That's beautiful leadership. Let's also not forget the leadership of Joe Burrow, leading to Cincinnati, their first win since his rookie season of Week 1, beating the Cleveland Browns 17-16. Joe Burrow with a nice slight game, 113 yards and 1 touchdown, throwing 14 for 23. The Cincinnati Bengals scrape away a win against the Cleveland Browns, Daunte. I mean, it was a close, great game in my opinion.
Yes, it was.
And let's not forget about my team. You know, we're not going to get too upset about it because it's football and everything happens for a reason. But we're going to get into the San Francisco 49ers versus the Seattle Seahawks 17-13. Brock Purdy had a nice little game. Even though he threw 2 picks, he backed it up with 2 touchdowns and 277 yards in the air, getting the job done, getting the win in Seattle, and bringing home the win for the first game of the season. So just shake back with Christian McCaffrey coming back from injuries, new players getting re-signed. I mean, it's just a whole new look for the Niners and seeing what they can do this next season.
Yeah, I like that.
For sure. And then let's not forget about the Denver Nuggets, the Denver Broncos, and the Tennessee Titans, man. This was surprisingly a shootout game as well, coming all the way to the end. Denver winning 20-12. Cortland Sutton off 6 catches, 61 yards, and 1 touchdown. And let's not forget the kickers, 2 field goals, 2 extra points to help seal Denver's win against Tennessee Titans, who was just struggling all day against that Tennessee Titans defense in Week 1.
But I like to say, Cam Ward, he had a pretty decent game. It might not have been a win game for him, but it wasn't bad for his rookie NFL staff. Yeah, I like that.
For sure, just going out, trying to build chemistry and get the team together. He just love to see the early start in Week 1 and great games, Daunte. But let's not forget about the game of the week. Green Bay Packers versus the Detroit Lions. And my, oh my, Daunte, what a debut for that Packers defense and Michael Parsons. But Jordan Love came out and did his thing as well, going 16 for 22, 188 yards passing, and 2 touchdowns. I mean, they just look good on all fronts, dominating the Lions at every phase of the ball, which you do not see. Since the Lions got to become the Lions, you have not seen that occasionally, and they did show up Week 1.
You also got to think, the Lions lost their coordinators too, so I think that plays a big factor in how they're going to develop the season. So it's really going to be physical, but you're not going to see a lot of eye candy, a lot of the big man touchdowns.
Definitely, for sure. I mean, they have to learn to make something work with these new coordinators and new people in line. but for sure. And last but not least, we have the LA Rams versus the Houston Texans, which is another dog fight. Matthew Stafford questionable all season to start the first game with a back injury, and not only did he show up, he came with his partner too. Matthew Stafford went 21 for 29, 245 yards passing, 1 touchdown, and let's not forget his buddy Puka Nacua, 10 catches, 138 yards. He did his thing as well.
Man, that's so awesome. I love to hear that. I sound like we had an excellent Sunday.
Beautiful.
And that was a great review. But can we get into the preview?
Oh, review into the preview.
Review into the preview, my God. And I mean, we got some good games going on coming up. You got Jacksonville Jaguars versus Cincinnati Bengals, the New York Giants versus Dallas Cowboys, the Chicago Bears versus Detroit Lions, Los Angeles Rams versus Tennessee Titans, the New England Patriots versus the New England Patriots versus Miami Dolphins, San Francisco 49ers versus the New Orleans Saints, Buffalo Bills versus the New York Jets, Seattle Seahawks, your team will face the Pittsburgh Steelers, Cleveland Browns versus the Baltimore Ravens, Denver Broncos versus Indianapolis Colts, the Carolina Panthers versus Arizona Cardinals, and in the game of the week, the Philadelphia Eagles versus the Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh my gosh, Super Bowl rerun?
Super Bowl rerun.
Hey man, I'm very interested to see who gonna come out and want to get their revenge. I mean, Eagles are not coming for revenge. They're coming to prove themselves. But them Chiefs, man, coming off a Super Bowl loss, trying to bounce back, man.
And talk to me about the night games, because we got to cover the night games too. That's a Sunday slate, folks.
Hey, that's a Sunday slate, but the night games are always up for the bright lights because the lights shine brightest for the stars, man, for sure. Thursday night football, we got the Washington Commanders against the Green Bay Packers. Division game, another one to see. Let's see how the Green Bay Packers handle the Commanders after having a rough season with them last year. We have the Sunday night football game with the Atlanta Falcons versus the Minnesota Vikings. 2 number 9s battling it out on Sunday night. I'd love to see which young quarterback, takes home that win on Sunday night. And then on Monday night, we have a nice game against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the Houston Texans at 7 o'clock. But let's not forget, at 10 o'clock, we have another game in Dublin, I believe. Internationally, the Los Angeles Chargers at the Las Vegas Raiders. And that's going to be another great game to see two young, great quarterbacks going at it.
I mean, listen, the NFL sounds so interesting. They gave us 2 Monday night footballs. But I think that's all we can talk about for NFL. We'll be right back because, if we talk about NFL, we got to go to college football. Stay tuned with us, folks.
They would have never thought I had a chance, but here I am to prove them wrong again. I ain't no one-trick pony, I ain't one of them. They try to box me in like Michael B. and Jonathan, just like a rose trying to grow from the concrete. I still bloom cause I know that God got me. Sky's the limit, ain't no telling what can I be. I'm so close, I feel my dreams are in the palm's reach. Until then, I guess I'll kick it down at Palm Beach. On spring break where the waves and the Johns be. Man, enjoy it while you can, cause at the college it's life, and all you can do is jump in like how Corbin Blue and Kiki Palm be. But disregard all of that. Let me get back on track. BCU is where I'm at. BCU is where it's at. Anything is possible. Mary can attest to that. $1.50 in a dream. Look what we got from what she had. It's been 120 years, man. Can you believe that? And can you believe that? It all started with a dump and some trash. And can you believe that? She sent the KKK back. So if you believe that, then you can achieve that. This is BCU. But nothing is impossible, a place where we dream like we've never seen obstacles. When minds work together, then we seem unstoppable. But keep yourself in check, cause you're the only one that's stopping you. Don't let nobody tell you that your goal's improbable, especially when they're not as knowledgeable on what you gotta do to improve. Only you know what you need to do. That's why you at BCU, where anything's achievable, attainable, anything's a tangible task. We're here to build legacies, not to dwell on the past. But don't forget where you came from, it's a difference in that. Cause when you look back, you're supposed to be bigger than that. Just think about where you've been, where you at, and where you wanna go. And all the things that you do and that you want to know. Take advantage while you can, while you're still in road. Because BCU is the place to get you on the road.
Man, we're coming back to live. And you know what? College football has been excellent.
Excellent, man.
Excellent.
Great start. Hey, great start for week 2, Daunte. I mean, I love college. I love NFL football.
Yes.
But, college football starting to grow on me too, Daunte.
Man, it's been there for me. I always love college. I mean, it's absolutely fun to watch the kids go out and still compete at a high level.
For sure.
I mean, can we get into the upsets and shockers?
Okay, for sure, Daunte. Hey, Daunte, wait. Upsets and shockers. Didn't you tell me about this one?
I said it was going to be a trap game, did I not?
He did say one.
I said it's a trap game.
USF versus number 18 Florida, and man, oh man, did they catch me by surprise. USF upset Florida 18-16. Daunte, what happened?
Man, listen, USF had enough power against Boise State the week before, number 25. And when they beat them, the panel did say, you know what? Y'all beat them. I don't want to put you in the top 25. So they said, you know what? Let's go beat Florida. And let's go make it a competition. And let's show them why we deserve to be in the top 25. And that's what happened.
For sure. I mean, they beat the top 25, didn't get ranked. Now they come back and beat another ranked team. Now they're ranked. I mean, that's all you got to do. Come every week. Get the job done every Sunday. But let's not forget, Daunte, as well. We had an Oklahoma versus Michigan. Mind you, Daunte, I said that was going to be a good game as well.
Man, that was an awesome game. I like to see John Mateer. Man, he came out with 21 completions and 34 attempts for 270 yards. He also had 19 carries for 74 yards with 2 touchdowns.
Whew, on the ground and in the air?
On the ground and in the air.
Oh, my goodness.
And I mean, the key to the game for me was Oklahoma's 408 yards and Michigan's 208 total yards.
They lost the total yards game by over 200, and the quarterback is just doing whatever he wants. I seen a post the other day, they saying he probably trying to model this game a little bit after Lamar Jackson and, if I'm not mistaken, Joe Burrow.
Oh.
A little bit of combination of both.
I can see it, though. The ground stats says it.
Ground stats does.
And then, let's go down to Arizona State, where there's a stunner. Number 8 Arizona State falls to unranked Mississippi Bulldogs. Mississippi State Bulldogs, that is. And when I say this game was a boxing match, I mean, you throw a jab, I'm going to throw my best jab. I'm going to lean, you going to lean. It went down to the match. And let's just say, Arizona State suffered a big knockout in this game.
I mean, dropping from top 10, losing to a team that's not even ranked. I mean, what's up with these unranked teams, Daunte? They just coming out the ball.
They coming in hot.
They coming in hot to prove something, because I ain't going to lie. We starting to see these unranked teams starting to prove themselves and be like, hey, I'm 5-star talent. We're 4-star talent. Just because you go to this school don't mean you better than me.
Right.
So I'm seeing a lot of teams step up to the table and taking back that money they're supposed to be giving out for free.
I mean, quarterback Blake Shapen from Mississippi State, 19 completions, 33 attempts with 279 yards with 3 touchdowns. 3. I mean, you talking about a dog in the quarterback?
That's one right there.
That's a dog right there. And like you said, it was a thriller, 24-20. And we kind of need to talk about this top 25, because this top 25 kind of
interesting.
It's interesting.
It's getting real interesting.
It's getting real interesting. In the top 25, we got the top 5 is Ohio State, Penn State, LSU, Oregon, and Miami. What do you think about that?
I like that list. Good teams that's coming out off of last season, starting where they left off. I like the top 5, Daunte.
Okay, let's go 6 to 10. You got Georgia, Texas, Notre Dame, Illinois, and Florida State.
The only team I don't agree with right now is Texas. Even though they did lose to Ohio State, I love what I'm seeing from Notre Dame, and I love what I see from South Carolina. Lenore Sellers is a baller, man. Look out for them to raise in the ranks for sure.
I like that. Then you go from Clemson, Oklahoma, Iowa State, Tennessee, Texas A&M, Ole Miss, USF, and Alabama.
Alabama, the lowest we've ever seen in our lifetime. Lowest we've ever seen in our lifetime, Daunte. And it's just we haven't seen any change so far since last season.
You haven't, unfortunately, and I'm kind of waiting to see what Caleb DeBoer going to rise to the top. I don't expect to be Nick Saban, but
of course
you got to get back to the rates that Alabama has, or else you'd be out of a job.
For sure, you got to be a tier 1 coach on a tier 1 program at a tier 1 school. If you can't provide me that, it's going to go back to what have you done for me lately, and they have not been winning football games they're supposed to be winning. They have not been winning.
And then to finish out, Utah, Texas Tech, Indiana, Michigan, Auburn, and Missouri. Anything about that?
I like this list. Interesting one out of all of them is USF at 18, man. He hasn't been ranked since the early 2000s, Daunte.
Yeah.
So seeing their name on the top 25 is very much surprising. Not even as a fan, as a person from Florida, seeing USF up there alongside Florida State. All them good Florida and Miami, all these good Florida teams, man.
Yeah.
Happy to be here.
Florida's in the top 25. You didn't know.
Yes,
I'm talking about Florida schools, not just Florida.
Exactly.
Hey, But we got to get to this Week 3 preview, because I know it's some great games.
Yes, Daunte.
Man, let's talk about these games. North Carolina State at Wake Forest. Vanderbilt at number 11, South Carolina.
It's going to be a battle right there.
Number 18, South Florida. Going to number 5, Miami. At Hard Rock Stadium. You talk about a game?
Talk about a game. Just ranked, too. South Florida just got ranked. You know, they're coming in with a vengeance, with a purpose against Miami, and with a lot of momentum.
And this game, I smell an upset. Number 12, Clemson versus Georgia Tech.
I mean, Clemson looked kind of slow against LSU, so I expect Georgia Tech, they come out and make some noise early. They could stun Clemson. I agree.
I agree, too. Number 6, Georgia versus number 15, Tennessee.
It's a beautiful game, but I just think Georgia might take it home just because.
I do, too. I got faith in my Bulldogs. I got faith. You got Florida versus number 3, LSU. Florida's been kind of up and down. DJ Lagway hasn't been the same.
Yeah, that's not good going against this LSU team who's looking like a team that could win it all this year.
I agree. You got Arkansas versus number 17, Ole Miss. And don't forget, Arkansas will be up there. Arkansas can compete. You got East Carolina versus Coastal Carolina, Battle of the Carolinas. Boston College versus Stanford, that's a night game too.
That's a nice ACC game right there, Daunte. A nice little division game, conference game.
And don't forget, you go from East Coast to the West Coast at Boston College.
That's gonna be a great game, Daunte. It's a battle of time, battle of division, all that importance.
I agree. And then one game that I kind of put on here, and I don't know if you know much about it, but it's Florida International versus Florida Atlantic.
FIU versus FAU.
FIU versus FAU, and if FAU has won 8-0 the last 8 years. So it's curious to see what Coach Shotgun Willie Simmons is going to do with Florida International.
Are we going to break the streak, or are we going to keep the streak running? Let's see how Willie responds.
I agree. Well, we did the NFL. We did talk about college. But we got to get the SWAT talk. But you know what? Man, my producers told me we got to take a commercial break. So we'll be right back after this one.
Hi, I'm Queen Tatiana Ramprasad, and I'm here with your morning info bite. We all know the timeless classic Monopoly. But did you know Monopoly has been a family favorite for over a century? Originally created in the early 1900s, Monopoly has evolved into something even more exciting. Introducing Monopoly Deal, a fast-paced card game that captures all the thrills of your original. Build your empire, steal properties, and collect sets to win. With unpredictable twists and turns, Monopoly Deal keeps you on your toes. Easy to learn, but impossible to put down. Get your hands on Monopoly Deal today. Monopoly Deal, where every deal is a game changer, bringing generations together for endless fun. Looking for fast-paced fun? Try Monopoly Deal. I'm Queen Ramprasad, here with your info bite. Hope you try the deal.
And we're back. And you know what? That Louis Cruz Classic, Alcorn State versus Alabama A&M, man, I watched it. It went down in Huntsville, Alabama.
I mean, it went down and they did not let up. I mean, it was a beautiful high-scoring game, Daunte. I mean, just battling it out over and over again. I'm not even mad. I like it. Even though Alcorn State lost, I want to see a little closer game. A little fighter. They lost by 10. But it's still a great game, Daunte.
That's what you look for in the SWAC. You want to be competitive.
For sure. These SWAC teams, they're not typical teams you expect to have high-scoring games. So when they come out and do that, it's something the crowd definitely enjoys.
And Alabama A&M goes on to win that game 41-31. And an exciting matchup. Like I said, it was a thriller. Let's talk about these stats, man. Let's talk about Alabama A&M.
I mean, Alabama A&M, the quarterback had a nice little game, Daunte, 25 for 34, 260 yards with 3 touchdowns in the air. I mean, that's all. I can't ask more for your quarterback. Efficient, yards, touchdowns.
I agree. And Quad played lights out. He really did. Quad played lights out.
Quad, bro.
And then Maurice Edwards, the fifth, 21 carries for 80 yards with a touchdown.
I mean, 21 carries, 80 yards. He could. I mean, you would want to see 100 yards out of 21, Daunte. But at the end of the day, as long as he get the job done.
Hey, if you get the job done, you contribute to the team. There's nothing you can do about it. Then you had Davion Walker, 6 receptions for 76 yards with a touchdown. You had Jordan Chambers-Smith with 4 receptions for 43 yards with 1 touchdown. And you got Travonta Abner, 3 receptions for 5 yards with a touchdown. So Alabama A&M getting done through the air. got it done through the ground. I mean, it's a great game.
Just being able to feed. It like they was feeding different receivers too, Daunte. Letting everyone have a chance to eat with the ball, not sticking with one weapon the entire game.
And that's what you like. You kind of want to see them not be so predictable.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know who we're going to bring in because, this guy might be good, but his backup might be just as good too.
Exactly. So being able to spread that ball around, spreading out wealth, keeping the defense on their toes, not allowing them to just make adjustments on one player, but make adjustments of the entire team as a whole.
And then for Alcorn State, you have Jalon Tolbert had 23 for 33 with 168 yards for a touchdown. Reggie Davis, 12 carries for 51 yards for 2 touchdowns. Running back Tyquarius White, 12 carries for 115 yards with 1 touchdown. And then wide receiver Jarvis Rush, 7 receptions for 50 yards with a touchdown. So again, Alcorn State, they might have lost, but they would stay competitive. But that's what you want to see.
And I love how they stay committed to the run game, Daunte. 12 carries by each of their running backs. That's a total of 24 carries and almost 200 yards of total offense. That's just running the ball. And being able to establish that dominance, Daunte, I love that. Being able to run, ground and pound the ball, it not only keeps you in the game, it keeps the ball in your hands, keeps the team out, keeps the team from having the ball, and allows you to score more points as well. So I love for them. Even though they didn't come out with a win, I love the strategy they had, and they still try to throw it out with 33 attempts. I see the attempt, I see the process. Keep doing your thing.
Keep building
off of it. Yep.
But let's go to these team stats. These team stats, I mean, you had Alabama A&M had 23 first downs to Alcorn State's 20. Both teams had a turnover, but the time possession is what got me. Mm-hmm. Alcorn State had 30 minutes with 55 seconds compared to Alabama A&M's 29 and 5 seconds.
And that goes back to running that ball, Daunte. What I say, controlling the time of possession. You run the ball, you keep the ball in your hands. They can't get the ball.
I agree. And the penalties, Alcorn State 9 for 70, Alabama A&M 10 for 144. You kind of want to clean that up as the SWAT play gets ready to throw. Even though these are 2 SWAT teams, it's not a conference game, luckily. Mm-hmm. But you kind of want to clean these penalties up. You kind of want to see it 5 and less if you can.
Clean football. Because mistakes hurt you a lot, and a lot of these penalties could have ended up helping Alcorn State if they would have just not have gotten their calls. And it's vice versa for Alabama A&M as well.
And then the total yards to speak for itself. Alabama A&M 452 yards to Alcorn State's 354. So
not complete domination, but it both shows that they both have their style of offense, and they were able to somewhat expose that. Just Alabama A&M came out on top this game.
I agree. But can we move on to Louisiana?
Ooh,
the Lou. Well, you had Alabama State take on the Southern Jaguars, and let's just say that got ugly after halftime. I mean, it kind of got ugly. Alabama State goes on to win this game 30-7, and I mean the score kind of lets you know. But it was a battle, though. I would say it was 7-6 going to halftime. So luckily Alabama State was winning, but. Let's say after halftime, the team there showed up again.
For sure. I mean, Daunte, when it comes to games like this, one thing you can't do? Turn the ball over.
Yeah.
You can't turn the ball over. And when you're in the dogfight, you turn the ball over, you lose the game. And that's exactly what they did. 4 turnovers for the Southern Jaguars, even though they was almost tied at time of possession, close to them on first downs, close to them on penalties, close to them on total yards. When you turn the ball over, you can't make up for that, especially the team is getting points off the turnovers. That is a stat. That is an important stat, just like that is in basketball. T-O-P.
I totally agree with you. You got in order to keep the ball to score, you got to keep the ball without turning it over to the other team.
Mm-hmm, for sure. I mean, it doesn't matter because for the Southern, Cameron McCoy had 14 for 29, 160 yards with 1 touchdown. Threw to his receiver, Cam Jefferson, for 2 receptions, 53 yards and 1 touchdown. And then running back Trey Holly, 15 carries for 70 yards. Pretty decent offense, but like I said, when you lose turnover battle, the other team mess up for that. Not even great stats for the quarterback, but 198 yards with 2 touchdowns. Wide receiver Elijah Harrell, 5 catches, 69 yards, 1 touchdown. Other receiver, 3 catches, 40 yards, 1 touchdown. I mean, it's just simple 1-2 punches. When you don't have a lot of field to go, it's easy to get those free points.
And I want to talk about wide receiver Ajayi Harrell, the Mainland. If you don't know, folks, from Mainland, Daytona, Mainland. Kid that was in Daytona, won a state championship, and decided to leave Florida to go pursue Alabama State. That kid is balling out right now, and they'll be playing him pretty soon.
Hey, he living the dream, man. Being an athlete, leaving the state, going through these tough lower division battles, conference games, then moving up. Getting after you show out, you play good here, you may get another scholarship at a higher level school. And you just move up as your career goes. great for him, man. I mean, he great talent. Had 1 touchdown, had 5 catches. Showed himself off in his first game. I'd love to see more from him as well.
I love to see more from him too. But let's get into this week 3 because week 3 it seemed like everybody in the SWAC want to play. Ain't nobody taking the bye week, so hey,
let's go.
We early. You got Bethune-Cookman versus South Carolina State, Tuskegee versus Jackson State in the episode of Battle of the Blue Bloods. You got Southern versus Fresno State, Alabama A&M versus Tennessee State. I think that's gonna be a really good game. Miles College versus Alabama State, Kentucky State versus Grambling, Mississippi State versus Alcorn State, Southeastern Louisiana versus Mississippi Valley, Lamar versus Texas Southern, Rice versus Prairie View, Albany State at FAMU, and Lincoln versus Arkansas Pine Bluff. My God, any game that you're interested to see?
First game, as soon as I seen it, Mississippi State versus Alcorn State, man. Alcorn State having a pretty good game last week using the Alabama A&M looking to bounce back. But what I'm interested in is Mississippi State beating a ranked opponent last week, coming in playing now Alcorn State.
Yeah.
How do you have that momentum from beating a high level team to not playing a low level team? You can't lose. You can't lose that mindset of don't let just because they're not better than the team you played last week, you think of them any less. You come in with the same mentality because at the end of the day, they're looking to upset you off your spot just because you think they're the weaker team.
I think a game to look at is Albany State versus FAMU. Albany State has had a very good season to start off in the SIAC conference, and Florida A&M's a struggle, losing to Howard and losing to Florida Atlantic. Excuse me. I mean, you want to see how Florida A&M going to rebound because you're not used to seeing Florida A&M losing their first 2 games of the season.
And they usually have a nice little roster, a nice run game. I've seen Florida A&M have a good run game, decent pass game to counteract that run. So just seeing them solve Florida is very interesting. And I would love to see how Albany State comes in and shakes them up a little bit.
I do too. Listen, folks, we got some football, we got some NFL, you got some college, and you got SWAC starting up. Football's heating up. It's here. And you know what? It's very exciting to be a football fan.
For sure, man.
Hey, this has been Sports Corner. I am your host, Daunte.
I'm TJ.
And this has been Sports Corner. Join us next week as we talk about more sports.